Hello everyone. Before we get started, I just wanted to catch you up on a couple things that happened when I was playing off camera. So the first thing was at the foot of the high wall in the undead settlement. We came across this.
Please, grant me death. Undo my shackles. Oh, then it's true. A champion of Ash as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor. I am Yol of Londor, a pilgrim, as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use. Oh, I am honored, truly. I should be dead, yet you have granted me purpose anew. I, Yol of Londor, do solemnly swear myself to you.
And then at the undead settlement bonfire, the second bonfire in the area, I came across this message which very kindly and aptly pointed to the source of the great arrows that were being fired in our direction in either the last episode or the episode prior to that. Really should have seen that, but it's possible, I guess, that the arrows didn't actually start until we got to that spot. But yeah, that's the source of the great arrows right there, so we're going to have to go and find them at some point. And then finally, on the Road of Sacrifices, not only did I find the Grasscrest shield, but I was also invaded by an NPC who's wearing a somewhat familiar headpiece. Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Dark Souls 3. This is episode number 9, being recorded on Thursday the 14th of April. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today, whenever it is you find yourself watching this. Today, I got my tongue twisted there for some reason. So yeah, as you've just seen, a few things happened off camera while I was just kind of messing around and exploring, but while I was also unable to use my capture card because my PC resources were tied up with rendering. But yeah, I saved the clips. A couple other things that happened. In the previous episode, we left off back at the first area again. I can't even remember what it's called. The High Wall of Lothric, I think. And it turns out there was really not all that much there for us in terms of progression, but we did find a claymore, which was pretty cool. And then something else that I didn't notice in the previous episode because I didn't actually look at the item description was that bandit NPC he kept doing a war cry, and then when I actually looked at the item description for it, I was very confused by it during the fight, but then when you actually look at the item description, you see that that is in fact the skill for the weapon. Let out a spirited war cry that temporarily boosts attack. So striking me as something very similar to, very similar to the dragon torso stone. But yeah, obviously it's an actual weapon and not just a torso stone, not an item. We also picked up a reinforced club, which is pretty cool. And this one apparently also has a war cry. And one more thing, there was something else. Yes, these gems. The refined gem is the one that I'm most interested in that I picked up. And I can't recall where I picked this up from, but this gem will allow us to really take advantage of quality scaling. So if I recall correctly, Demon Souls actually had something like this, where you would, set a weapon down a particular upgrade path, and that path would boost or at least level out your strength and dex scaling. What's more is that there was something else. The historic greatsword. So it was in fact a greatsword, or actually, in fact, it is an ultra greatsword, even if it's just described as greatsword. This greatsword, bestowed only upon elite knights, is a relic of the ruined land of Astora. So that was kind of sad, hearing that my homeland is ruined. Designed for a focus on thrust attacks, this sword is hard and sharp, but not unusually heavy. So yeah, it weighs 8 units, and it has virtually the same moveset, if not the identical moveset, that the Zweihander did in Dark Souls 1. So at present, equipping it causes us to fat roll, which we could, in theory, counterbalance by taking off our helmet, which covers the difference between the longsword and that weapon and the historic greatsword. But we're actually doing a similar amount of damage with just the longsword for a considerably smaller stamina consumption, and for the reason simply it seems because it's upgraded more. It's upgraded to +3, whereas I was only able to get the historic greatsword up to +2. So we're going to continue using the longsword for now. And I was right in that the crest shield is upgraded with Twinkling Titanite, so I was able to get that to +2, which is very nice. Grass Crest Shield, old medium metal shield of unknown origin. The Grass Crest is lightly imbued with magic, which slightly increases, or slightly speeds, stamina recovery. And its special skill is a parry, which, if we were not going for an Astora thing, even though this is Regret and not an Aegon build, we'd probably be using that, but this is just such a nice shield, and it has the added benefit of, having a considerable absorption for dark, 86%, which is kind of weird because although in Dark Souls 1 there was technically no dark, the dark magic I believe was just considered sorcery. In Dark Souls 1, the just plain crest shield was very good at blocking magic. And then there was the dragon crest shield, which was very good at blocking fire. And this does, like, I guess 67% is okay for magic, but it really does neither. But either way, it has 100% physical, and it's a shield that Astora Knights use, so we're using it. I think that's it for this place. I've not yet decided how we're going to use the refined stone. We could use it for the longsword because at present it actually only has a D in dexterity scaling, which isn't very good. And the historic greatsword also has a D. or this is a D in dex scaling, this is a D in strength scaling. So, you know what? Screw it. We're going to apply it to the longsword.
Just what?
So we need about 400 more souls. And yeah, so you can see that will seemingly boost our strength scaling and definitely boost our dex scaling. It lowers the... See, this is why I would really like to see just a single number for attack rating on the upgrade screen, because otherwise I'm forced to do math in my head. I'm not very good at that. So presently we're doing 177, and this would bring us to, what is that? I guess 184, something like, yeah, 184. So yeah, might as well. Funny that previously he would say, neither of us want to see you go hollow. So kind of connecting our fates in a way, or you know, showing empathy. Whereas now all he says is, I don't want to see my work go to waste. This is interesting. And he also never mentions that he's from Astora. So refine longsword. Boom. And so I'm going to assume it's still upgraded with Titanite. Yep.
Pretty be careful. I don't...
So, scratch what I said about the upgraded system being more complicated. It seems more or less to be identical to the Dark Souls 2 upgrade system. So something else I noticed when we were invaded by... Oh yeah, Xanatos Crown. Sorry for keeping you hanging on that. Crown supposedly made in imitation of a divine creature of Ulasil, land of ancient golden sorceries. Xanatos' clothing is the mark of a researcher of lost sorceries, and the oversized crown is emblematic of their work. Such a curious pursuit is surely nothing to be ashamed of. Now this more closely invokes the head wrap of the... Is it the old monk from Demon Souls? Than it does the Xanatos crown, which was inspired by. So it's almost like they're taking it, again, all the way back to Demon Souls in several respects in this game. Which is very interesting. But yeah, I noticed, and perhaps because I've not been spending a ton of time in Ember form, but we've really no reason not to at this point, because I was dropping my summon sign at the... I don't remember the boss's name. The boss with the sorcerer boss with the big hat. I was dropping my summon sign outside of that boss room, trying to upgrade my... Was it dexterity and strength so that I could use the Astora Greatsword. And I noticed after the first boss fight, and I'm noticing now, that there are summon signs here. Outside the boss room, when we defeated the boss the first time, I helped someone defeat the boss. Then my Ember was restored. And then when I went to drop my sign again, I saw just a sea of summon signs. So indicating that we have yet to actually defeat all of the bosses in this area. So failing that, if we're unable to actually find and figure out where we're supposed to be going, I decided that if this doesn't work out, then we might as well head towards the Blighttown-esque place, because that's where Henri of Astora said she was going. And yeah, I'm very, very intrigued by, I guess, what you could describe as my potential waifu, what she's up to, her and her traveling companion. So to that end, we picked up a bunch of poison moss clumps, as well as a poison bite ring. I think that was on camera when I picked up the poison bite ring, but I could be wrong about that. But we shall see. So yeah, this structure I don't think we've actually explored yet. And so I came to about here. Or maybe we have. I'm pretty sure that's the spot. There was somewhere here, it was this archway here, I think, where I saw it and I was like, oh crap, that looks like a boss drop. I was like, that looks like a boss room, so let's not go through there. But now I'm looking, it looks like it's connected to that structure we were at previously. But there's an item there, so... I know that the giant crab probably dropped some amazing item, but it also scares me. Invaded by Watchdog of Farron, Bad Badarin. Okay. Interesting. Estus Shard, beautiful. Ember? Oh no. Don't want to deal with this guy with an invader present. So I'm assuming that this area is something like the forest from Dark Souls 1? Or like the bell towers from Dark Souls 2? Judging by the whole Watchdog of Farron thing. Bonfire! Oh no, we can't. Well, hello to you as well, friend, not friend. Okay, never mind. So there was a comment from Dima Parachute on one of the first, I think the second episode, where he indicated that the invasion mechanic actually takes into account the level, how upgraded your weapon is, in addition to I think it was plus or minus 20% of your present level. So that's pretty cool. I was very happy to hear that. So notwithstanding the fact that that person was pretty dishonorable by just attacking me without first giving me a second to actually get ready for his attack, or like to bow or anything like that, I was, yeah. Didn't seem like they were especially overpowered or even all that good, but I was worse. So, and the lag also, there didn't seem to be very good hit registration, but let's go trade in that SS Flash Shard.
Just what? Pretty be careful.
That reminds me. The thing that we're supposed to burn in the bonfire is actually meant to boost our SS recovery. So let's do that after we look for our new friend. I figured that he would be here because the Miracle Lady is in the other alcove like this, so interesting.
Oh, our champion of Ash, welcome home. This pilgrim, with a debt in death, hardly deserves to behold this divine flame. And I never would have, had you not taken me into your service. I thank you dearly for this, and assure you of my leal service.
Draw out true strength.
Then shall we begin? Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
What? Oh, level up without spending souls. Only one level. Okay. Thank you. That's very kind.
As I have said, I was once a sorcerer. Alas, the magic of Londor is a far cry from the wonders of Vinheim. But I can teach you what I know. Perhaps, more importantly, I believe that I can help tease out your true strength. We pilgrims of Londor are keenly aware that those branded by the dark sign possess something quite special. As I have said, alas, but perhaps more importantly, be safe, champion of Ash.
Alright. I may be wrong, but I think he's the first NPC to actually specifically mention the dark side. Everyone else just talks about us being unkindled. So this bonfire is named Crucifixion Woods, which is, if I recall correctly, where Henri of Astora said she was headed. So hopefully we're able to run into her. I just assumed that she meant the Blighttown-esque place. Because, yeah, pretty much all throughout that swamp are people crucified. We didn't burn the thing for our Estus flask. Because yeah, each time we level up our vitality, the weakness of our healing becomes more and more apparent, so... meant to block there. So yeah, next time we go back to Farron, we're definitely gonna have to remember that. Where was it? Undead Bone Shard. Undead bones that yet burn. Cast it into the shrine bonfire to boost the recovery provided by the Estus flask. The bonfire cinders are the bones of undead, and a bone that still burns is a fresh cinder indeed. Before feeding upon death, one must first pray to it. So yeah, so we'll have to do that. Summon signs. So does that mean that there's a boss nearby here? Or is this a place we've already been? I feel like this is a place we've already been. Yeah, the boss is right over there.
Well, this is unexpected. I don't often have visitors. What do you want? This is my study that you've happened upon. If you haven't any business, I've reading to get back to. How intriguing. You'd better not. Sorcery is not for everyone, and should never be forced. You have your own methods. Sorcery need not be one of them. Don't let it bother you. Be on your way, then. You're unkindled. Shouldn't you get back to your duty? Oh. I thought you'd already given up. Well, nothing has changed. You're not inclined for sorcery.
It is either a natural fit, or no fit at all. Be on your way then. You're unkindled. Shouldn't you get back to your duty?
So, get back to your reading, friend. So he's clearly, he clearly just did an intelligence check on us. Much like Master Logan noted that, yeah, we only have 9 intelligence, and that therefore, yeah, we are not capable of comprehending the wonders that are his sorceries. Yes. My soul arrows are too wonderful for you. There's that item that we saw previously. Blue pearl something or other. Medicinal pellet made from crushed insects. The blue type temporarily boosts magic damage absorption. The Boreal Valley is infested with moon bugs, meaning ingredients are never far from hand. Never far from hand for the Erythilian slaves who concoct this medicine. Yeah, this is the, I know this run back. The crucifixes here. That's how I always knew I was going in the right direction when we were going back to fight the sorcerer. Alright. Did we do that correctly? It says bonfire level 2. Okay, there's a +1 next to our Estus flask. I was wondering about the whole bonfire level thing. I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe that's just... I don't know. We shall see, I suppose. The Crystal Sage, that's what the boss's name was. Okay, so where to from here? I think we're gonna have to take out the giant crabs. Because I'm at a loss in figuring out where there would be another boss in this area. Desert Storm. Hi, friend. Thank you for not attacking me immediately. Where are you going? Those guys are already dead, don't worry. Unless you want to fight there, okay. Are you serious? You gonna go heal again? Why do invaders have the ability to use Estus? Why? It makes no sense at all. Not great experiences so far with Dark Souls 3 PvP, I'm afraid. Like, maybe you can make the argument that it's okay for invaders to have Estus because they have an HP penalty when invading. But then the next question is, why even have an HP penalty? Just... that makes no sense to me. Can you guys tell I'm bitter? I'm bitter. Or salty, however it is it's supposed to be. Whatever the phrase is supposed to be. that is what I think it is, then that was a very good idea, killing the giant crabs. Very good idea. Nope, never mind. Boost pyromancies. I thought it was going to be something akin to the rusted iron ring, which would allow us to move more quickly in the deeper sections of the swamp, and not fat roll. This is the Laurentius set. And all that good stuff. I don't know if we've been here yet. Have we? Yes, we have. Gosh, this place is really disorienting. We have been down there. That's the hole. We fell in and we had to fight one of those guys. So we've killed 2 of the giant crabs. And I want to say that that's it. But where's the boss in this area? That's the bonfire up there, the first one. That's the area with the crystal sage on the right. Or is it on the left? Oh, that leads to the Farron keep. So yeah, maybe we gotta go to the Farron keep. Because I think we've done everything here. Alright, I just cut out a quick run back I made to... I wonder if we had the Way of Blue Covenant on, if we would have gotten help with those invaders, or if it's just red invaders. I'm going to assume it's just red invaders. So we have the Poison Bite and the Blood Bite ring. I think we're gonna... I took this one off, the Pontus left eye, because I didn't really notice it working. I couldn't tell. It's maybe something I should look into when I'm editing footage to see if I can actually notice it working. So we got the Poison Bite ring, and we have 9 purple moss clumps. Now, the thing I'm most concerned about, in addition to the slugs, are the basilisks. Because, yeah, that last time they came very, very close to cursing us. I'm going to assume we're going to get invaded again, but I think we need the extra HP. Nice to see all these summon signs. Very curious as to where the heck the Sunbro Covenant is. I think the last time we went right, so let's go left this time. This may be the one occasion where we swap out our shields. The spider shield has increased poison resistance, so I think that'll do us a lot of good in this area. These are just like the slugs from Blighttown. Ragged Mask. I don't like your death animation. The slugs in Blighttown and in the depths had a similar one where, yeah, they'd like arch their back up and then just sort of melt away. I wonder if in, as in Dark Souls 2, rolling through the swamp actually does more harm than good, and that, yeah, it increases the amount of poison buildup you take. Prism Stone. So I guess maybe to mark the spots where you've been. This place is frightening. We have 6 Titanite shards, so we can upgrade our Astora's Greatsword to +3. Tempted to go over there, but alright. This is going to be a pain switching back and forth, but wow. This looks a lot like... It's like a mix of... It's like a mix of the Beast-Possessed Soul and the Ulasil Township residents from Dark Souls 1. I have a feeling like this is extinguish 3 flames and open the door to Wolf's blood. Okay. Some serious Legend of Zelda action happening here. I have a feeling that when we grab that item, whatever's in that sack is going to come bursting out at us. Oh, that's creepy. Is this where we came from? Maybe? And that may just be an exit. Alright. So we need to look for the other 2 flames. Frightening. Maybe I've played so much Bloodborne and Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 that I'm desensitized to how dark those games are, but so far I feel like Dark Souls 3 is much darker than the two of them. Or all three of those games, I should say. Certainly they're all darker than Dark Souls 2, which is a little bit more fantasy-esque, I think. That looks a lot like the door that leads to the grave of Artorias. I don't know if I'm just imagining that. There's a bonfire. Let's try not to fall off the bridge this time. We made some progress. So one more flame to go. Oh, shouldn't have gone that way. That was silly. That was very silly. Rest of the bonfire. So there's the boss door, it would seem. But we still need to light that third flame on the right. Undead Bone Shard. So we'll be able to upgrade our Estus Flask to +2. Alright, so I'm going to assume that the location of the flames there corresponds to the location of the flame that you need to extinguish. So that would make the third flame somewhere around there. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that guy's so big. And there's the basilisk. Alright. Oh, there's a ladder. It's being guarded by 3 slugs, but... no idea where, Jeremiah went. Okay, we're doing alright. We're doing okay. Oh, we can light it still. Oh. Pray to Old Wolf of Farron. Yes. Oh, that's beautiful. Our first PvP covenant. Well, I guess we joined the Blue Sentinels, but... oh, that's really cool. Okay, so we're going to change our bow animation. I wonder if this will... okay, that's not quite what I thought it was, but it's pretty cool. Still can't sit down because of Jeremiah. See if we get really far away from him if he'll just leave. I'd go find him. I honestly have no idea where he went. Did we find the giant? Treasure ahead. Wow. Okay, so that's the fire we're supposed to put out? That's pretty far from where we were. Oh, this makes all the nonsense we've dealt with in this episode worth it. This is so beautiful. Wow. Alright. So that looks like the asylum demon, but like... yeah. I keep hoping that we're gonna find Henri of Astora, but no luck yet. Let's see what's over on this side first. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Treasure. Gonna have to rate that message. Wow, this is crazy. Oh, crystal lizard. That's how much I needed those upgrade materials, is that I would risk aggroing this dragon, which looks to be, yeah, it just made of stone, pretty much, or turned to stone. Lightning spear. That's pretty interesting. The lightning spears are supposed to have peeled back the stone scales of the dragons. Dragon crest shield. A knight's shield engraved with a crest depicting a dragon. One of the enchanted blue shields, the dragon crest shield greatly reduces fire damage. Awesome. So if we find ourselves a wash in Twinkling Titanite, we'll upgrade that one too. Heavy gems, so that's for boosting strength scaling. I love that amidst all of this, Jeremiah is still in our world. He's just sort of hanging out in the swamp. I'm okay with you guys as long as you don't As long as you don't have leeches. That really freaked me out yesterday when I recorded that. Wow, that was so... Still dreading having to go back there, but... But we got to at some point. Okay, so that's it, I guess. On to fight the boss with 2 Estus flasks. Or I guess mini boss, probably more accurately. So I don't know where the fog wall would go up here. I'm going to assume that this thing has the... I was about to say, I'm going to assume that it has the Asylum Demon moveset, but... It seems relatively close. So it wasn't the Asylum Demon, it was the Stray Demon. Or at least a descendant of the Stray Demon. Soul of the Stray Demon, one of the twisted souls steeped in strength. Used to acquire numerous souls or transposed to extract its true strength. The Stray Demon, now lacking even a trace of flame, was once the gatekeeper of Lothric. Very interesting. Alright. So is that all that was up here? I guess there was a lot of items, and technically a boss, but... Now we gotta run all the way back down to the bonfire. And we still can't sit at it, so... I guess we gotta kill ourselves. But that's going to do it for this episode, so thank you all very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.